In this video, I'm gonna give him a mid fade and I'm gonna give him a part right here in the top. So the only guard that I'm going to be using in this haircut is the number 2 guard, and this is the only time that I'm going to use it. The only reason I'm using it is to cut down the bulk by his parietal ridge. So I'm not going to do any fading with this guard. It's strictly to cut down the hair. So I'm going to proceed by making my ball guideline around the entire head. Now the clipper that I'm going to be using for this haircut is the JRL. And I don't know if you guys have used this clipper or have heard about it, but comment below if you've used this clipper and what you think about it. Now I'm gonna give a full in-depth review about this clipper and other clippers in a future video, but let me know what you guys think below. I'll talk about how I like the way it cuts, the pros and the cons. But yeah, we're just following the same steps. No matter the clipper that you're using, you still follow the same steps. Here the blades are the lever is fully closed. Well, it's not really a lever, it's more so of a spring mechanism, but I'm just gonna say lever. You see me open it up just a little bit. So the only thing that I will say about this clipper is that the spring, it tends to get stuck sometimes and it'll slide past or behind the point that you want it to go. So that's the only thing that I have to say about that in this video. But like I said, I'll talk more in detail about it in a future video. And those clippers weren't quite 0 gap, so I just took the trimmer and I'm using the corner of the blade just to eliminate that guideline. Okay, so now we move on to the fading. So what I'm doing now is essentially creating another guideline. This would be almost equivalent to a number 1 fully closed. And clipper over comb, it's all about the angle that you tilt the comb, and it's also about how much hair you feed into the comb. So notice that when I want to take more hair off, like I'm doing right now, I hold it more flush or flat to the head. And when I want to take off less, I tilt it at an angle. So basically what I'm trying to do now is blend that hair together up under that guideline that I just made. It may not look like I'm cutting off a lot of hair, but I'm telling you, you have to cut by sound and by sight. So now you see me adjust the lever because I'm trying to get closer. So you see me flicking out right here. It's all about the pressure that you put on the clipper also. Since I'm not fading without guards, it's gonna be about technique more than anything. It's all about the angle that you hold the blade, the corners of the teeth. That's really key in this video to achieve this type of fade. Now, I will say off the bat, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't start out trying to learn this method, but if you're an experienced barber or you're the intermediate level and you just want to try something new and give yourself a challenge, I would definitely recommend you trying this to fade without guards. So notice how I'm tilting the comb outward because I don't want to take off too much hair. So this would be about the 1 guard. This would be almost equivalent to the 1 guard fully open or 1.5. Now, one thing I've noticed, I've seen a couple of more videos on YouTube about fading without guards, but it's always on a ball fade where the hair is already extremely low. I wanted to show you guys a video where I'm basically fading into thick hair. See, I'm not feeding a lot of hair into the comb just because I don't want to make the mistake of taking off too much hair. See, that's the thing about fading without guards. You don't have the guard to protect you from cutting off too much hair. You're gonna cut off however much you feed through that comb. So you have to be a little bit more careful. But as you can see, the fade is slowly coming together. So right here, I showed you guys this angle. This would be equivalent to like the number 2. So I'm not trying to take out too much. I just want it to blend into the top. And we're gonna do, right here I'm just starting from when I started to do clipper over comb. So I did the same steps. I just started this back part at the portion where you do clipper over comb. And the hair is normally in the back of someone's head, near the occipital bone. That's where the hair is more dense. So you may have to fade it just a little bit more. I know a lot of people, and this is no shade to anyone, a lot of people rush the back, but you have to make the back look just as good as the sides. Now I will say, I'm not used to fading without guard, so this haircut took me every bit of 45 to 50 minutes. But that's including the beard line up, the razor line, everything. Like I said, this is just a good way to challenge yourself and hone in on your skills. I know the more I practice this method, the quicker and the better I get at it, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can fade without guards. Notice how I'm very light with the way that I'm blending right now. I'm not really digging, I'm really just letting the clipper, it's all in my wrist. And notice how I'm using the corner of the blade a lot. And just take note of how I'm feeding the hair into the comb, and also how the angle that I'm tilting the comb at. Like I said, if you feed too much hair into that comb, and once you cut that hair off, it's gone. So you want to make sure that you're taking your time. So now we're going to proceed on to the lineup. I'm just applying some holding spray so his hair will stand still when I get ready to edge it up. And as always, we're gonna keep it nice and natural, finding that balance in between sharp and natural. If you're new to this channel, I always tell people in the videos, take off as least hair as possible with getting it as sharp as possible. So you wanna find that nice balance between sharp and natural. Of course, you're gonna have to take off some hair, but you wanna take off as least hair as possible. And then again, with edge ups, it'll be some cases where nobody's head shape is the same. So of course you may have to take off more on one side to match another side, but like I said, just use your best judgment. Also, comment below if you've ever tried fading without guards, and let me know how it went. I love to go back and forth with conversation with you guys in the comments. So if you've ever faded without guards before, let me know. And one thing, guys, I will say, I know not everyone uses a razor, and not everyone's skin can take a razor. And that's another disclaimer. If you're cutting someone's hair for the first time and you plan on using the razor, you need to ask them, can their skin take a razor? Because everyone's skin can't take a razor. And especially when lining the beard, if you use shave gel, it will create a false line the first time that you pass over the lineup. So always comb the excess hair off once you make a pass for the first time, because it will show you the true line after you comb away the excess. So I just wanted to add a part for style. So I'm just making a path with the clipper since he has very curly hair, I wanted to make a pass with the clipper first. And then now you see me going back with the trimmer. And you can see with the way that I'm putting the part in his hair, you can see how curly his hair is. And when you're doing a part, always hit the top and the bottom of the part to make it more precise. And I always recommend touching up parts with the razor just to make it more crisp, and it will last just that much longer. So as you guys can see, it's possible to fade without guards. I'm just adding a little curl to his hair for style. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're new to this channel and got value out of this video, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.